I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After seasonal highs in the 40s to the low 50s this afternoon, and north wind gust up to 25 to 40. Winds quickly diminish this evening when high pressure moves overhead. Westerly downslope winds make tomorrow the nicest day of the next week, with highs in the 60s, even near 70 over western Kansas. A cold front for tomorrow night brings much colder highs in the 40s for Thanksgiving. Highs bottom out in the mid-20s to the low 30s as high pressure over North Dakota sends a reinforcing shot of cold air to the south for Friday and Saturday. Light snow is possible for Friday through Saturday with a disturbance and low pressure tracking across Kansas and southern Nebraska. There could be travel impacts with 1 to 2 inches of snow, especially for the west and along and south of I-80. More will be known tomorrow. Highs recover to around 40 for Sunday and Monday. Checking the long-term forecast, colder than normal temperatures are likely for Nebraska and Kansas the early half of next week before a trend of seasonal or near normal temperatures late next week through the first 4 days of December. During the last week of November to the early days of December, central Nebraska daytime highs are typically in the low to mid-40s, with average overnight lows in the upper teens to around 20. It will be a great time to wrap up the remaining harvest with mostly below normal precipitation indicated Sunday through December 4th for both Nebraska and Kansas. Key weather factors the markets are watching include colder temperatures following a storm moving through the U.S., snow in the plains, heavy rain in southern Brazil, and a week of favorable rain in central Brazil. Across the Corn Belt, rain is halting the harvest. Among Midwestern states, Michigan has the most corn still standing at 33% of the acreage remaining to be harvested, followed by Wisconsin at 22% and Ohio at 19% of the corn still not picked. Nationally, 7% of the corn still not harvested. Low pressure crossing the Midwest gradually weakens and drifts to the east, while a trailing cold front largely clears the Atlantic seaboard by tomorrow. Additional rainfall across the eastern third of the U.S. could reach 1 to 3 inches, especially in the mid-Atlantic states. Thanksgiving Day features mild, dry weather across much of the U.S., although snow may blanket portions in the northern and central Rockies. Mostly quiet weather should last through the weekend, with most areas experiencing seasonal temperatures and minimal precipitation. Negligible precipitation is expected in the next 5 days in much of the Mississippi Valley, as well as from California to Texas. For western areas of the southern plains, drier areas may pick up some precipitation late this week, mostly in the form of snow that is helpful. Towards western areas of the northern plains, snow is also possible in the next few days with a cold front sagging to the south. In central Brazil, heavy rain that's more typical of the wet season continues all this week. It's going to take more than a week's worth of normal rainfall, though, in central Brazil to reverse the large deficits of soil moisture, but it is beneficial for developing soybeans. Central Brazil rain becomes more isolated for next week. Southern Brazil expects another round of heavier rain for tomorrow through Thursday, possibly more this weekend. Breaks from the heavy rain in southern Brazil looking to be short, which is unfavorable for developing corn and soybeans. Across the Black Sea region, there was scattered rain and some snow this past weekend. Colder air will be more common in the Black Sea region, edging winter wheat toward dormancy, mostly in good condition. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.